Okay, everybody. So we've all heard, I'm assuming, about Brian McKnight buying Liliana, the children, taking care of them. He bought the daughter, and I believe the stepdaughter, a BMW. Huh. This might explain it, okay? Let's go ahead and look at this clip. This might kind of explain why he bought the daughter, the BMW, and apparently, based on the information on the internet, he's, I guess, abandoned the all black family. So check out this quick interview with the Karen Clark. She's an interviewer, and here's Brian down here. And I'm afraid to say, a lot of black women, you holding on to your king and you sacrificing, thinking you're building nothing. It's like building a house on sand with an average black man. That's my opinion. They're with you when they have nothing. I did a video on it. I said other women get with a lot of these black men. They get wealthy. You get with them. You got the EBT. So listen to what he says in this interview. The first wife with African American woman, Julie McKnight. And the second wife is an Asian woman. I believe her name is Liliana. So you wonder why they treat black women one way. You got to bring something to the table. You know, what's she working with? Is she educated? Ask Michael Strahan. They say his wife, I cannot believe the ex-wife she's the cashier. I wonder what she brought to the table besides whiteness. Huh? So check this out. Keep in mind, and there have been other videos about him and the sons, like having it out, having a difference, things of that nature. Those have been on the internet, and it just seems like the family structure, the communication with his first family, it looks like that's pretty much out the window. Seems like there's bad blood. And I've noticed when black men get successful, other people, they want to make sure they carry on, that they carry on, they care about their lineage. Okay, they want to make sure that their children are set up. Why the heck do you think they have trust funds? Oh my gosh! But black men, this group right here, when they have black children, they don't care about doing that. You know, you only get a job. They could have the wealth of Jamie Dimon and still do some get a job. They're so stupid. And when I hear things like, "Oh, I gave him everything," have you really you giving them everything? Oh, so where is that Ivy League education? Where is that? Did you pay for the degree? Maybe the kid turned it down. Did you offer that? Did you pay for that? Where is that business that they could inherit? Where is it? They're showing you every day, mushing it in your face. So check this out. This interview, what he says about his love, about his favorite song. Listen to what he said. This is like, to me, a diss to the first wife, and this may explain. Maybe he just, like, he settled, oh well, I'm a black man, just found a black woman and go through the motions. Then I get some money, I'll let the real me surface. They said money shows you who they are. So you can see when these black men get some money, you see who they pick, it shows you who they really are. So check this out, what he said in this interview, what she asked. Listen closely.
What is the song that really still speaks to you after all of these?
Keep in mind, the first wife is Julie, and the second wife is Liliana. Okay, listen what he said.
He still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on.
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Liliana came into my life, because those are the only ones that have a meaning.
Wow.
Sure, there were big hits before then, but they weren't based on anything, because I never even liked anyone before I met her.
Oh, wow.
The first time I felt my heartbeat was the day that she came into my life.
So he was married to a black woman, had children, And you never liked anyone until you met the Asian lady, your current wife, Liliana, who was a baby mama because she had 2 kids by a prior man, based on information on the internet. 2 kids already. What? So you didn't like the first black wife? One more time. May explain things, people.
What is the song that like really still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on?
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Leilani came into my life, because those are the only ones that have a meaning.
Wow.
Sure, there were big hits before then, but they weren't based on anything, because I never even liked anyone before I met her.
Oh wow.
The first time I felt my heartbeat was the day that she came into my life. So everything that I wrote before then wasn't based on anything romantic. It was just, it was arithmetic. I have this many notes and this many syllables, and that's what I have to work with. But these 3 albums that I've done since we met, every single song it has a meaning. It has a story. It has something that's near and dear to my heart.
So obviously, the first black wife that he had never was near and dear to his heart. So did you lie and say you loved her and you didn't love her? Maybe you just settled on a black woman because that's what you were supposed to do. Maybe that's all that was accessible to you. And picked up another black woman, an Asian woman who was already a baby mama with 2 kids. And the worst ones sometimes are the really super chocolate drops. They really seem to have an issue. So one more time for the sisters in the back. Wow. Keep in mind, he's had a whole marriage, a whole family. But let him tell it he didn't like anybody before Liliana. So are you pretending? What the heck, man? Do you know how hurtful that is to the children? Their mother to disrespect? Ooh, my goodness.
What is the song that like really still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on?
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Leilani came into my life, because those are the only ones that have a meaning.
Wow.
Sure, there were big hits before then, but they weren't based on anything, because I never even liked anyone before I met her.
Oh wow.
The first time I felt my heartbeat was the day that she came into my life.
So that tells me, it sounds like from what you're saying, these are his words, it sounds like you didn't like the first wife, let alone love her. Say, what I do this at? And create a whole family. Now, you see why they do the things that they do. It can't get any clearer. It can't get any clearer to me. Let me know what you all think. This probably explains why the BMW. Did he buy his other kids any kind of vehicle? I saw Vito said he cut him off. Was it 2 years or something? And then stopped communicating. Anybody pick up a struggling ass black man, I have to question your sanity, honey. I have to question your self-esteem. But some black women don't have a choice because that's how they've been taught in Blackistan. Stand by a dusty, broke behind, good for nothing man. It sounds like so you with the first wife, but she's a black woman because that's what was accessible to you at the time. But then they said money will show you who you really are. And I guess they're showing you. Can't believe it.
What is the song that like really still speaks to you after all of these albums you've worked on?
Well, the ones that do, the only ones that speak to me are the ones that I've written since Leilani came into my life, because those are the only ones that have a meaning.
Wow.
Sure, there were big hits before then, but they weren't based on anything, because I never even liked anyone before I met her.
Oh wow.
The first time I felt my heartbeat was the day that she came into my life. So everything that I wrote before then wasn't based on anything romantic. It was just, it was arithmetic. I have this many notes and this many syllables, and that's what I have to work with.
So now we know. He said it. and had a whole wife and a whole family, and you never liked anyone until Liliana, but that's your second wife, the Asian lady. So you never did like your black wife? I guess that's why it's easy for them to leave you. I guess that's why it's easy for them to abuse you, set a higher standard for you, because why? They really don't want you. I mean, it can't get any clearer. It cannot get any clearer. But a lot of black women are going to be hard-headed. If most of these men could come across not even a $1 million, hell, $500,000, hell, 100,000, and they would be gone. Most of them so broken mentally, culturally. They really hate I think, my opinion, based on their actions, they seem to hate the black skin that they're in. And want to surround, when they get some wealth, they want to surround themselves with anything but blackness. Wow. I gotta go. Let me know what you all think. That is just shocking. I'm out.